स्टार्ट झाली की मला सांगा. Hello everyone, it's indeed inspiring to see you back again. Today we have a bootcamp on Hive and Scoop. These are big data technologies. So welcome back to DataFest. We are celebrating our 8th Foundation Day. So as a celebration, we have arranged various bootcamps, guest lectures, competitions, and insightful lectures by industry experts. So this is our second week. For the last couple of days, we have completed Python, R, big data technologies such as Hadoop, Tableau, Power BI, also SQL, and we had some sessions on practice session for these boot camps. We had our guest lectures also on one lecture had on Saturday. So I hope you all are having great learning experience attending these boot camps. So we also plan more guest lectures in coming days. So stay tuned on our social media platforms. Also, we have launched various competitions such as numerics competition, dashboard creation, hackathon. Let me share a small video on these competitions such as numeric competition. So if you and also I will invite you all to visit our website. So this is our website, Indeedinspiring.com. And in this website, you can go to events. And in events, we have a schedule on right side of these boot camps and overall the DataFest celebrations. And in these, you can go to competitions. So we have launched a total of 4 competitions. The quiz competition is going on for last couple of days. We had our first and second round. So yesterday we had the second round for quiz, and the result of that quiz competition will be declared by tomorrow. And also we had these other 3 competitions are going on, and deadline for these are open. So let me share a video of these competitions for today. So let's see what's in this.
Hello everyone, it's indeed inspiring to see you back again. We are celebrating our 8th Foundation Day. As a celebration, we have arranged multiple events. Mnemonic competition is one of the event, which is going to be held between 15th March till 31st March. Let me explain you certain guidelines. So throughout your school days and colleges, you may have created various mnemonics to remember things such as formulas, periodic table, etc. You can submit your innovative mnemonics in this competition and win prizes. Mnemonics can be in the form of abbreviations, songs, or any remembering techniques. Let me explain you submission link. Post your mnemonics on social media such as LinkedIn and Instagram. Tag us in your post which have certain handles and hashtags being provided in this further slides. Submit the post link to us in the task submission form. We will select 3 most innovative mnemonics as a winner. Certification eligibility is the candidates have to complete the mnemonic activity and submit it in given time. Assignment should be posted on LinkedIn and Instagram. Submit the link of the post in the given Google form. The winning participant will be getting exciting hampers and goodies. Most active participant will be given a chance of internship. So this is the format, or these are the tags which you have to mention in the post, as well as you can create your own hashtags, or you can copy the same and post in the description. These are the important links which are provided in the description box as well, and the groups. So let's meet soon and keep learning.
Yes. So this is about the bootcamp on competition on numerics. So let's watch another video of a hackathon competition. Then we will watch a video on dashboard creation, and then we will continue with today's bootcamp.
Hello everyone. Hello everyone, it's indeed inspiring to see you back again. As we are celebrating our 8th Foundation Day, we are organizing a hackathon. So, hackathon is a competition where programmers compete to create programs and accomplish the specific task. So, the goal of this hackathon is to learn new technical skills as well as brush up your existing technical knowledge. The schedule of this hackathon is we will start this hackathon on 15th of March 2023. The end date will be 29th March 2023. We will share the problem statement in the description box of this video where you can refer the problem statement. The required application that you can use for solving the problem statement will be Jupyter Notebook, Colab, or any other IDE. So these are some social media guidelines and handlers that you have to tag, or I can say post. So these are some multiple and innovative hashtags that you can include when you will post your particular problem statement and its code on LinkedIn. So these are the important links that you should keep in mind. This is the first link is for the registration, where you have to fill the Google form and you can register for this particular hackathon. And the second link will be task submission link, where you have to submit your task after completing the given problem statement. So keep connected and be sure that you join this hackathon. So keep learning, remain motivated. Thank you.
So now we will watch a video on dashboard competition.
Hello everyone, it's indeed inspiring to see you back again. We are celebrating our 8th Foundation Day. As a celebration, we have arranged multiple events. Dashboard creation competition is one of the events, which is going to be held between 15th March to 28th March. It would be online. Let me explain the guidelines of the competition. You can participate in this activity and create your effective, interactive, and innovative dashboard using Power BI, Tableau, and Excel. Post your dashboard in the format of GIF or image on the LinkedIn and Twitter, and then submit the link of the post in the Google form, which is also present in the description of the video. As well, it would be shared in all WhatsApp group, so make sure you join any of the group for further updates and doubts. And last most important thing is the winning participant will get the exciting hampers and goodies. Not only winners, but each participant will be eligible for the certification if they have submitted the activity. The social media guidelines for the submission are: you need to post the images or GIF or PDF on LinkedIn, tagging Indeed Inspiring, Prushaltech and some of the government organization. Add multiple and innovative hashtags. You can as well post this hashtags. The SOP will also be shared to you. So, last part is how you can participate in this activity. This is the registration link, and after completing the task, you can submit the post link in this Google form. So, best of luck and keep learning.
Okay, so now we have seen the three video of our three ongoing competitions. Now let me also share more information on our website. So this is a competition tag. Under this competition tag, you will see details regarding our competition. So we have a video and we also have links to more information. And also in bootcamps tab, you can see information regarding our boot camps, such as first you will see upcoming boot camps. For upcoming boot camps, we also gave links to more information, and those who are new, they can also register from here also. And for completed boot camps, we have provided the links or the videos of our completed boot camps. So those of you who have not attended the previous boot camps or just want to watch these boot camps again, they can watch the boot camps from here. Regarding guest speakers, we had our guest lecture, first guest lecture on Saturday, and in coming days we have planned more guest lectures. The information regarding these guest lectures will also be updated here soon. So we have planned many guest lectures. So stay tuned for that. For now, let's start with today's bootcamp. And let me share the basic guidelines regarding today's bootcamp. And then we will continue with today's bootcamp. So today's bootcamp is on big data technology. So under big data technology, there are many technologies. So today we will be having big data technologies such as Hive and Scoop. So the trainer for today is Vaishnavi Satam ma'am, and it will be live streamed online on YouTube. So this is the content for today. Introduction to Hive, internal table and external table, partitioning, introduction to Scoop, list the database and tables, MySQL to HDFS, MySQL to Hive. So these are some of the course content, and more of the course content will be shared by our trainer ma'am. These are the basic guidelines that all the participants need to follow during the session. That all the guidelines and more instructions that will be given by the trainer should be followed by all the participants. During the session, all the participants should follow the minimum decorum during the session, and make sure that their equipments such as table, laptops, and all the sound, internet speed is working properly, so that they attend the session properly. Next, required softwares and required equipments that required during the session will be shared during the session, and these are the links that will be shared during the session also. For certification, attendance is mandatory for this particular bootcamp, and the assignments given during the session needs to follow and needs to submit it also. And for the assignments, you have to post your assignment on LinkedIn. After the session, there will be quiz also. So those who attempt a quiz and submit the quiz, among them we will choose one winner also, and the winner gets prizes. And also during this session, we will be looking for the most active participants also, and the most active participants may get chance of internship at our institute. For social media, you can post your assignments on by tagging us. So you have to tag various handles of ours, such as Indeed Inspiring Infotech, Prushaltech Technology, Vaishnavi Sato ma'am, and other organizations. And also you can use multiple hashtags such as big data, Hive, Scoop, such as related to today's bootcamp. And also you can use your own hashtags according to you. So that is it for today's guidelines for today's bootcamp. These are the links that we will be sharing during the session also. So for internship also, we have already provided you the notice. You can find more information regarding the internship in the description of today's bootcamp video in the YouTube. I have already told you about the competitions that are continue, and the deadline for this is also open. So let me hand over to today's session to Vaishnavi ma'am. Vaishnavi ma'am, now you can start with your session.
Okay, thank you, Suyo. Thank you very much. So welcome everyone for Big Data Bootcamp. It is 23rd and tomorrow also we have, that is 24th. So let us discuss about what is big data. What do you all think that big data is? So the answer would be like big is something which is in the huge amount, and the data is nothing but the information, right? All right. So the data is nothing but the raw facts and figures, which and when processed, it becomes information. The thing which everybody has till now have been attended till the school. So let me share my screen again. Okay, big data.
You are mute, ma'am.
So before starting, I would like you all to download the software, that is VMware and Cloudera QuickStart. VMware is the IDE or environment, we can say, through which we perform the big data, or we install the machines through the VMware. So it is present over that link. If you click that link, you will be directed to required software packages and this particular link. And you can just scroll down over here, and VMware workstation you will be able to see here. You can just click on it and you will be able to download it from here. So you can just download option is available over here. After that, you have to install a machine, that is Cloudera QuickStart. Cloudera QuickStart, which link is also available in this particular slide over here. That is this link, which is again the same interface, and here is the Cloudera QuickStart, which is little a heavy software, that is of 1.9 GB, I think. All right. So here you can download it and extract the file as well as, and you can just, is it available here? I will show it. Virtual machines. So the quick start maybe somewhere like, but if you see the quick start and extract it, so you will be able to see the 3 KB file that you have to open it. All right. So this 3 KB file is nothing but your ready-made virtual machine. So you will be able to perform every thing which is being performed over here in this session. All right. So let us move forward and see what is the big data. So we discuss about the data, that the data is nothing but raw facts and figures, which and when processed, it becomes information. Yeah. And the data can be available in the different format, that is in the video format or in the audio format or in the sensor which are used to calculate the motions or to collect the motions of a particular thing is nothing but also a data, as well as the data which is in the text format. All right. All right. So there was a technical issue. Let's begin. The data, we here can see that the data is in the huge amount, so it is called as big data. That is, we define that these are the dimensions which, and when applied to the data, it becomes big data. What are the dimensions? That are 6 V's: volume, variety, velocity, veracity, value, variability are nothing but the 6 V's, which are when collected or collectively imposed on the data, it becomes a big or a huge amount of data. These are the explanations through which we can able to understand what is volume. Volume is nothing but the amount of data from the different sources. So we are in the era of the data where multiple users, huge or millions of users are using different electronic devices through which the data is being collected in a huge amount. That it is by the Google, it is given that a person regularly collects or generates 1.5 GB of data, even if it is not a influencer or a normal user. It is the variety is what the variety is the types of the data which is being generated. If I am now recording this particular session, it is in the format of video format. You are hearing it and you are seeing it, as well as if I provide you some material in the text format, it would be in a text. Or there is a camera which is detecting you, or some motions are being detected by your camera is nothing but the sensor data. This is collected through the particular electronic softwares. Next form is velocity, the speed at which the data is being generated. So it is the speed which is nothing but have a major impact on the data. That is the high speed and high volume. The veracity and value and variability. These are also been the factor which are also affecting the data. So we all heard about what is big data, what big data is actually. So let us discuss about now what is Hive. So Hive is a query engine, and we can see that it is an OLAP tool. If we see over here, is it visible now? Okay. Okay. So let's get back to the topic. The Hive is an OLAP tool. Let me just make the screen bigger. Have you heard about the OLAP? Just you can write in the comment box what is OLAP and what is OLTP. If you have heard about the OLAP and what is the OLTP, you can just write in the comment box what is OLAP, the full form of the OLAP and full form of the OLTP. So let me explain about the OLAP. OLAP is nothing but the online analytical processing, which we process the data. We do the analysis by querying that particular data. Or we work on the historical data, which is present. And what is OLTP? It is nothing but the online transaction processing, where the data is in and out. The data, everything like, for example, SQL is the OLAP and OLTP both. We can query the data as well, and where the SQL is also used in the backend for the data, for in and out of the data. You can always observe that big industries always they use the SQL for structured format of data to collect the structured format of data, and this structured format is then analyzed when it becomes the historical data. So Hive is an OLAP tool. OLAP in the sense what? We analyze the historical data and which is in the structured format. But what is the database then? What is the database? As I discussed, it is used in the backend of the particular software to collect the data. So why Hive is not a database? It is a data warehouse. Hive is a data warehouse and not a database, because it does not store, it does not have any storage. It does not have any storage, but it stores its data in the Hadoop. Hadoop वो ऐसी जगह है जहां पर Hive अपना डेटा स्टोर करता है. तो हम ऐसा कह सकते हैं क्या Hive is just a search engine or a query engine. It is nothing but a query engine through which we can analyze the data. All right. So how the motivation came from, the why something is been inspired, or what is the initiation through which the Hive has been developed. So Yahoo was first who was working on a big software which facilitated the application, and it wanted to deploy on the Hadoop for this data which is in the unstructured format. They was focusing on unstructured data which was being collected to them, and simultaneously they got inspired, the Facebook got inspired and started working on the solution, because they were also struggling for the analysis of the data, because Facebook का 80% data जो है वो structured format में उनको आता है, and they at that time they were using the Java for processing that data. So they thought logically that why to use the Java language for analyzing the structured data, as the traditional method is also available. Why to use this Java language to process the data? Then they just inculcated the SQL and the Hadoop. Hadoop is also there because Facebook's users are increasing day by day. So they thought Hadoop is already there, SQL is already there. Why to invent something new? Just collect both of them and make something out of it. So they made Hive out of it. And hence the Hive came into existence, where the large amount of data is now stored in the Hadoop for storage purpose, and the analysis is done in the Hive interface. All right. So let me explain shortly the Hive architecture. That at the bottom we have Hadoop over here, which have components like MapReduce, HDFS, and which have job tracker, name node, data node, and data node plus task trackers at the bottom line. And in Hive we have command line interface through which we would be using the command line interface to collaborate or to query the particular queries, to fire queries And also we have a web interface of the Hadoop as well, sorry, Hive as well. And we also have the thrift servers that are JDBC and ODBC that are nothing but Java database connectivity and Oracle database connectivity. We would discuss further, and also we will use this particular thrift servers in further discussion. As well as we have driver, compiler, drivers like compilers, optimizers, and executors, which collaborate with the components. And we have Metastore over here. The Metastore is also, we can say that it is a metabase, or we can say that the data which is collected is being stored temporary over here, because as we know that Hive does not have any its storage component. So the temporary data is now stored in the Metastore, and it is collaborated with any of the RDBMS, that is Relational Database Management System. Here we are using MySQL. So it is having a collaboration, or it is being installed into it, where we have the meta base over here, the data about data in the Metastore, and the data is stored in the Hadoop. The Metastore is collaborated with MySQL. So this schema of the table is stored in the MySQL, and the data is stored in the Hadoop. All right, let's move forward. And our Hive architecture, here it is a complete architecture that the first thing you will be querying, executing the query, that is user interface. That is nothing but your computer. You are executing the query, and that query is again forwarded to the driver, and driver is again then send the plan to the compiler. It creates a plan and stores the data in the Metastore. Metastore, अगर आपने पहले से बहुत queries उसी queries के related perform की है, अगर वही query आप बार-बार perform कर रहे हो, तो the plan which is being created is stored in the Metastore. अगर आप वही query बार-बार fire कर रहे हो, so it will not create a plan. It will just show the plan, and simultaneously the query will be executed. So the fast and the particular, I can see that to minimize the time, the compiler is being programmed such a way. So this plan is again sent to the Metastore, that this particular schema is being stored, or the data about data is now stored in the Metastore, and if it is required by compiler, then it is taken, and then this plan is sent to the driver for the execution. So driver is the component which collaborate with each and every component over in here, we can say that. And then again the driver executes that plan using the execution engine. So execution is the engine, execution engine is the component which collaborates with Hadoop itself, directly with Hadoop. So you can see here that it is the only one component which can collaborate with the Hadoop. After execution engine, as the query is nothing but the job which is sent to the Hadoop over here. And the job is now executed with the help of job tracker. Wherever the data is there, the mapper, or we can say that the task tracker is run. वहाँ के data nodes में जो भी task trackers होंगे, वहाँ के task trackers run हो जाएंगे. And for the collecting, the reducers will run. For mapping the data, the task trackers will run first, and then after collecting the data, then the reducers would run to aggregate it. After reducers are being run, it is again send it to the name node, and name node is sending to the execution engine to view the result, or the fetched result are being sent to the user. All right. So these are the components which I have been explaining to you all. There is a brief explanation about each and every component. You can go through the SOP and see about it. Let's move forward. we have a data model. Hive is, though like SQL, where we use HQL query language, Hive query language, which is similar to SQL. So as we know that the data modeling is also there in the SQL, the data model is also there in the Hive as well. So for creating a table, we always have row and columns format, as well as in addition, we have over here the partitions as well. Partitions are nothing but the static and dynamic partitions. We will discuss this forward in the forward discussion. All right, so let's move forward. It support primitive types, primitive data types, that is integer, float, double, string. We have multiple or the limited data types present in the Hive, as well as it supports list, structure, and associative array as well. So let's move forward. It also have some tables which are logical units. Table metadata associates the data in the table to the HDFS directories. So where the data is being associated, the table's metadata associates the data in the table. मतलब अगर आपका जो डेटा है वो metadata is being stored in the MySQL and the data is stored in the HDFS. All right. So what is the pros and consequences? It is the easy way to process the large scale data. अगर ये big data के लिए use हो रहा है तो it is the best thing which is being developed. Logical है. It is also, it supports the SQL based queries as well as provide more user defined interface to the extent. ये हो गया that is pros. And what is the consequences? अगर हम जैसे SQL में एक एक डेटा या फिर एक एक वैल्यू जैसे हम इंसर्ट करते हैं वैसे Hive में हम इंसर्ट नहीं कर सकते. That is like if we want to insert whole data, or if we want to delete whole table. All right. So it is not easy to append the data. Like files in HDFS are immutable. अगर आप HDFS में files move कर रहे हो तो वो एक बार सेव हो जाती है तो वो you cannot make changes into that particular HDFS file. You can just delete it or you can append it. All right. So no updation and deletion is being provided. It does not support OLTP. All right. So the applications through which the Hive can be that are log processing, daily reports, user activity measurement, data or text mining, machine learning, business intelligence, advertising delivery, spam detections are the applications through which the Hive can be used. All right. So for installation process, I have been told you that what are the steps that you have to perform. Let's again move forward for the practical part of the Hive. All right. So let me open my VMware. So this is the VMware interface through which you can open your Cloudera QuickStart machine, where we have installed previously installed the Hadoop and Hive as well. So you have to just use this machine. You can just click on that 3 KB file. So you would be directed to this particular interface, and you can just click on the Cloudera machine and open it. So you would be able, all right. So it is in use. All right. just a sec. I think it has been removed. I would like to install again, and let me just check once again. All right, I have a zip file, and let me extract it. So till then, extracting has been done, though I don't have now because due to some technical issue. But till then, you have time as well to download it and work on it. If you have any doubt regarding the discussion, you can put in the chat box till the download is being completed. All right. I think I have got back my machine. All right. So it may happen sometimes that it may ask the ownership and you may just click on the remove button and it may get removed sometime. So don't get just panic. You can just download it again and work on it. Let it just make the processing finished, and we would move forward for our Cloudera machine, that is QuickStart. All right. If you have any doubt, you can just ask in the chat box. Till then, we have time for the discussions. So we discussed about the data. So what are the formats of data which we studied about? What were the formats? Okay. So till then it gets started. There is, okay. The data is in the form of structured, semi-structured, and unstructured, right, Prajakta? And what format we get the data, what are the sources of the data? The format is in the audio format, video format, text format. These are the particular sources through which we get the data. Okay. So I think the Cloudera machine is now started. And it requires some more time, I think. For the interface to get load. And it is like a machine or the computer. So the VMware is the bridge, we can say, or through which we are able to install another operating system into our system. That the operating system that I have in my laptop, that is Windows, but I have here that is Cloudera desktop inside my this particular VMware. So here you can see here that another computer is started, which is this interface. I'll just minimize this, close tabs. And this is the interface. You can just right click on the desktop and click in the open terminal. So you would be directly directed to the command line interface. And you also have multiple interfaces, that is multiple services like accessories, system tools. You can just click on the terminal, then also you will be directed to the terminal. The places you have, that is home folder, desktop, document, music, pictures, videos, downloads, computers, system. There are multiple options are available. There is a shutdown options. And in the Earth Simple, you have the internet that you can explore it. All right. So let's move forward again. For the terminal, we want to discover the Hive. So let us first write the Hive. To install the Hive or to work on Hive, you just have to write the Hive on the terminal. By writing Hive, it requires a little bit time to load its applications, and it is now logged in. You can see here that it is written as Hive over here. So we are in the Hive interface. For as we have discussed that for Hive, we can just write the SQL queries that are nothing but SQL queries. For writing or just to view the tables or databases, you can just write as you write for the SQL, show databases. You can see here that there are multiple databases available in the particular Hive software, or we have created it previously. So it is available. And for using, you can use that use keyword can be used, use demo. Okay. So for the we can see here what are the tables available in the demo database by writing select show tables. So there are 3 tables available in the demo database. All right. So this is, you can see that it is similar to the SQL queries, and you can run here the OLAP queries, which are compatible to the Hive as well, which would be compatible for SQL also, and which are compatible for Hive also over here. All right. So let's create one table, or let's create one table in the demo database itself. So for creating creating a table, it is also a same process like SQL, that is create table student. If a student contains, what are the attributes or the fields which the students contain? Student contains, or student have ID, name, its last name, location. So we would consider 3 columns, that are ID, which is in the integer format, name in the format of, as we have discussed, it is not a varchar, but it is a string. As well as we have the location of the particular students table. So students also contain, students location is also in the form of, or in the format of string also. All right. So the differentiation or different thing about the Hive is that you have to mention the sentence, that is row format delimited fields terminated by comma. So we are loading the data in the form of comma. Means it should be in the CSV format. CSV in the sense what? Comma separated values. So each value is now separated with a comma. So we have to write the fields are terminated by commas, and each row is delimited. All right. So by pressing the enter, we would create a table that is of student. Now, for loading the data in Hive, we don't have the process of inserting one by one record, but we need to store the data in the form, or we need to store the whole data. For creating that particular situation, now we would like to create the particular file in this terminal itself. So we would create another terminal. Let's create, right, sudo su. It would be the super user, that is root, and we would like to create the file that is of student. Touch is the command used to create a file. This touch command is the Linux command. Student.csv is the file which we would like to create. So for opening that file, or for opening it for reading that particular student file, we would like to use vi, that is view student.csv. So the particular CSV student file would be get opened, and we can see here it is empty. So we would like to enter some data into it. So we can insert it into the student table. By pressing I, we would able to add something in the file. So let's add some records into it. Prajakta. And she's in Pune, and second is Rasad, and who's in Pune. And we need to add some room. And which belongs to Pune. Pratiksha. All right. So there can be many records, like I have created here simple or short records, small amount of data I've created, but it is not every time that you will get the small amount of data only. All right. For your just convenient, I have taken the small amount of data. We would work on the mini project as well in the practice sessions. So you would be getting the idea of how we would be working on the projects as well. So for saving, you can just press the escape button over here and press the colon, and write and quit is used for writing and quitting the page. W and Q. Press enter, everything would be saved. You can just see that cat student.csv. Using cat command, you can just see the file without opening it. So this is the data, and we would like to load this data into our internal table, that is the students table. So here we would see first what is the location by using PWD, present working directory, that is home Cloudera desktop, and using ls command, the list of the files or directories present in that desktop these are the particular directories. So here we have students over here, students CSV, it is present over here, and this is the location. We would just copy it by Control-Shift-C. Control-Shift-C से हम copy कर सकते हैं. So the Control-C doesn't work over here. So you have to just remember and press Control-Shift-C. So again, we'll move to the terminal, that is Hive terminal, and we would write the command to load the data, that is load data local. हमारा data local system में है. So local is the keyword, as we are importing the data which is in the system. So we are writing local, load data local in path. Remember, we write in file in SQL, but we are directing or redirecting our file that is on the path, particular path. Which path? Control-Shift-V. Control-Shift-V करने से नहीं हो रहा है. So let's again copy the path again, and here it is. All right. Okay. So here we can see here that desktop is the half path, but we haven't wrote the file's name, student.csv. ये हो गया हमारा पूरा पाथ. अब ये टेबल या फिर जो डेटा है वो किस चीज में लोड करना है, हमें स्टूडेंट टेबल में लोड करना है. सो वी वुड राइट हियर इनटू टेबल student over here. So by writing here and okay, so we can see here that by select star from students, we would be able to see that these are the records which we have wrote in the file, that is student file. So one by one option is not available. You can just insert whole records, insert whole sheet, or you can insert, or you can just drop it and again reinsert that particular file. All right. So this is the example of internal table. Let's move again and discuss about the external table. What is external table? When you are a Hive developer or you are working with the team which uses the Hive software, and your team are getting the different datas, and sometimes some of the member deletes the data. Like if someone deletes the table, like in internal table, अगर internal table में आप delete करो तो वो data internal table यानी कि Hive से भी delete हो जाएगा और Hadoop HDFS से भी delete हो जाएगा. अगर आप external table use करते हो तो आपका सिर्फ टेबल या फिर मेटा डेटा, दैट इज मेटा स्टोर में जो डेटा है वो चला जाएगा, लेकिन डेटा हमेशा सेफ रहेगा. तो आप प्रेफर हमेशा यही करेंगे कि आपका डेटा हमेशा सेफ रहे. आप डेटा देख के आप टेबल क्रिएट कर सकते हो, लेकिन आप सिर्फ टेबल क्रिएट करके डेटा क्रिएट नहीं कर सकते हो. सो इट इज ऑलवेज like a possibility that the data will be getting by mistakenly deleted by some of the your members. So it is preferred in the industries that 70 to 75% of the industries use external table. Why? Because multiple users can work on it, multiple users can insert the data, but that can be reflected in the meta store as well, without affecting the HDFS table. All right, so let's create the external table. Create external table के लिए भी यही syntax है, लेकिन कुछ थोड़ी सी changes है जो हम करेंगे. Create करने के लिए हम पहले external keyword डालेंगे, external, create external table. टेबल का कुछ नाम दे देते हैं, दैट कैन बी डिपार्टमेंट. ऑलराइट, एक्सटर्नल टेबल्स डिपार्टमेंट इज देयर, एंड डिपार्टमेंट obviously we have department ID int, and the departments have their names in the format of string, and as well as we have departments locations as well. It is on the first floor, second floor, third floor, we have it. So locations would be there for the department. It would be in the format of string. All right, so external table we have given, and it is mandatory for us to write the row format delimited, row format delimited, fields terminated by comma. And we should always give the location where the file is located, location of the HDFS directory. We would create the external table, so we would like to give the here name that is external, that slash is the starting. Whenever we start, you can see that in the system, the slash is the first folder which is available, and after that slash we have multiple another folders. So slash external table would be our new directory which we would be creating, and I would like to change the location as it is the location keyword. Okay. All right. So by location spelling is correct. Location. All right. So now it is created where the files would be stored, and we can here see that what is it contains, as we have created right now, so it would not have any content, but still I want to see that departments, select star from departments. So it doesn't have anything. So it has written okay and it is left out. So now if we would move to another terminal. So here we would create the external table. So external table in the HDFS. So all the commands which would be created would be or the query would be in the HDFS queries. So every time we would write the HDFS DFS for creating it. First thing we would create the this department table in the normal system or this local system. Let's create it. VI is another shortcut method to create depart.csv. I would like to create, and it would directly open the depart CSV, and I will just insert few records into it. That is, we considered about ID and department name, that is sales, and the location was first floor. First floor. All right. Second would be marketing, and it is on the second floor. All right. Third is IT department, and it is on the second floor. All right, we would just insert few records into it, and for just now we would see that it is created or not. Department.csv is now created, and we would like to move this file from the local systems to HDFS. For moving the file to HDFS, अगर हमें move करना है तो हमें HDFS DFS hyphen put command का use करना होगा. That is HDFS DFS hyphen put. As we all know that it is stored or it has been located at the home/Cloudera and desktop location. डेस्कटॉप पे हमारी फाइल का नाम है depart.csv, और हमें सोर्स के साथ साथ हमें डेस्टिनेशन भी देना होगा. सो एक्सटर्नल टेबल नाम की डायरेक्टरी शायद हमने बनाई नहीं है, तो शायद वो एरर दे देगा. So all right, we would just try for now and let's just see whether it would be possible or not. All right, we don't have external table, so we would first create the HDFS DFS hyphen mkdir, and in slash folder we would like to create external table. All right, file already exists. Okay, we would create an external table 1. Okay, now it has been created, and we would move this file to external table 1. Okay, now it has been moved to HDFS. So the file which we have created, we have given external table. So we would create another departments file which would be locating the departments 1, departments and external table as 1. All right. So let us just once see, select star from departments. So we have here 3 records which we have imported in a specific directory. हमने एक्सटर्नल टेबल नाम की एक डायरेक्टरी HDFS में बनाई थी, जो कि हमारा है यहाँ पर. You can see here Mozilla Firefox में हम देख सकते हैं Hadoop नाम का एक जो फोल्डर है, यहाँ पर हमारे पास नेम नोड है. नेम नोड में हमारे पास यूटिलिटीज में हमें ब्राउज दिस फाइल सिस्टम्स एक ऑप्शंस होगा. Can just redirect here, and you can see here that external table directory is created over here in the slash folder. As I mentioned, external table एक directory बनी है and we are having a file. How to identify that is directory? You can see here that here D is being written. D stands for directory, and external table अगर आप open करते हो तो R फाइल आपको दिखाई देगा -r, that is read write. आप read भी कर सकते हो और write भी कर सकते हो. So you can just see here that आपका जो फाइल आपने put किया था HDFS में, वो आप यहाँ पर view कर सकते हो. You can see here. Okay. So internal and external table in Hives are done now. Now we would move forward for the dynamic and static partitioning. All right, let me move to the terminal, Hive terminal. So for creating the static and dynamic partitioning, what are the partitions? Partitions in the sense what, अगर आप जब भी queries run करते हो तो आपके queries run होने के बाद में आप there are some jobs run behind the query to map the data, to reduce the reducers are run to aggregate the data, to reduce the time. So for as it is based for the big data. So here for inculcating that time or for reducing that time, the partitions came into existence. अगर आप जब भी partitions create करते हो and then you run the queries on that particular column basis, then the jobs are skipped. आप वहाँ पर job देख सकते हो कि job वहाँ पर run ही नहीं होते. But when you just run a simple query, the jobs are run behind it, and it takes a few minutes or few seconds to run, and then your results are fetched. So for reducing that time, the partitions are introduced. So first, let me introduce the static partitioning. Static partitioning के लिए आप description box में देख सकते हो कि वहाँ पर database है. You can just download it from the description box and you can perform on your systems. For dynamic as well, there is a database. You can perform the queries on the particular data set and complete your assignments, as there is the assignments as well. So for that purpose, I have been uploaded everything, and this particular query is also the particular document is also been provided in the description box for your understanding as well. All right, so we would like to create a static table, static partitioning table. For creating a static partitioning, we would require only one query. But for the dynamic, we would require 4 types of queries. For static partitioning, अगर आपको करना है तो आप कर सकते हो normal, जैसे आप create table करते हो. Same, create, अगर आप static create table, static underscore part कर देते हैं इसे. All right. So let me first introduce to you about the data set. What is the data set? We have here the data set for the static partitioning. That is, let this file gets opened. So we have the students data in here, the course data. We have a particular course they are studying, and there is the names of the students, and the date has been given, and the score has been given as well, and the status is given here, that whether the particular person is passing in the course or failing in the course. So this is the data, and we have the name of the students, course name, and subject name, date, and score name. So let us come back to the table. So we have just saw about the data. So we would create it first. I would like to create in the notepad first. So it would be visible for you as well. All right. So first, create table, static partitioning table, which have ID in the integer, and we have names of the students, which is in the string, and we have the courses, and we have in the form of string that courses, as well as we have the date of the course, as we would use it in the format of string, the date, and last one is the course or the status, which we would be using as a partitioning. All right. So we would not consider inside this columns, this particular brackets. We would create another method, or we would like to present this in the another keyword, that is partition. Partitioned by status, that is string format. All right. And always we write that is row format, delimited, fields terminated by comma. All right. So this is nothing but through which, this is the query through which you would create the static partitioning. Whatever columns you are having in the particular table or database, and whatever column you are performing the partition, it should be at the last. It is a rule that the column on which you are performing the partitioning, it should be at the last, and it should be mentioned that the partition by, it should mention, we should mention that it is partitioned using this particular column. All right. So let us just copy the query and paste in the Hive. All right. So it is created. All right. And for the purpose of loading the data, I would like to open the terminal of desktop and minimize this particular table. So this particular interface, and just drag and drop, or just you can copy the static part from your computer to the desktop. Nowhere else you can store or you can paste your file but the desktop पे आप अपने फाइल्स डेस्कटॉप के या अपने जो लोकल सिस्टम है यहाँ से फाइल्स लेके या फिर कॉपी करके आप यहाँ पर लेके आ सकते हो. नोवेयर एल्स यू वुड ब्रिंग, क्योंकि वो अलाउ नहीं करेगा. ऑलराइट. Okay. So now we would like to load the data. Okay. For another partition also, I would do the same. Let me bring this as well. Just copy this and bring in this Cloudera machine desktop. So static partitioning pass is on this particular CSV and the fail is in the another table over here. So let us move to this table. Where is the Hive? Over here. For loading the data, we would write the command that is load. Load data, same function or same query you would use, load data local in path. And where is the data located? That is in the user, or you can just desktop पे pwd करके भी हम देख सकते हैं या फिर कॉपी भी कर सकते हैं. ls we are here static part and it is over here. Okay. Home Cloudera desktop is the location. We would just copy the path and paste in the Hive terminal. Control-Shift-V would be better for pasting. And as we know, the file name is the static part. We would load first pass table and then we would load, I think I have just copied the XML files. I would like to copy again CSV files. So first I would open the first static file and save it as CSV in the Hive. Okay, so we are loading the CSV file. So how the Excel file would get loaded? So you would be also having the Excel file. So convert that particular files to the CSV files and then load it. Comma delimited would be better. All right. Now we would just copy both files in Hive. Stop. Okay, it is over here. CSV is here, and we have let's paste this as well. Okay. Static piece here and static fail is not there. I think I will copy the same file. Let us copy again fail वाली फाइल कॉपी कर लेते हैं और VMware में स्टोर कर लेते हैं. All right, both the files are here now, static pass and static fail. And let us open just in the terminal and ls चल के देख लेते हैं. दोनों भी फाइल्स हमारे पास यहाँ पर है, that is in the form of CSV. Let's open the Cloudera again, the terminal, that is the Hive terminal. And we would like to paste that file's name. As it has moved forward, we would like to complete the sentence by this particular keyword, that the file is being stored in the Cloudera desktop. Static part is the file that is in the CSV file, and where the table is being located, that is just press okay. I just got the error, that is a mismatch. Just handle this particular error.
Vaishnav ma'am, you are on mute. Vaishnav ma'am, I think you are on mute.
Okay, sir. Okay. I just got muted. All right. For static, I think we would write here the command that is load data. We'll just write the command load data local in path, that is our file name, that where the data is being located. You can just over here and into table student, or we have the static part, right? Static part. All right. External table. It is a all right. Static part, and we would just make some changes. That is the syntax. The table statics part, and it should be stored in the table, that is static part, and it should be partitioned by the status, which is pass. Okay. Load data local and path, and okay. So I will just copy this and paste. Okay. So all the past data is now, I think, got inserted. And for the fail one, I would just replace with a fail. Just again check with the data whether particular format is there any format followed for the fail. But if you have any other format, I think no format is different. That is small case fail is there. You would just again move to the Hive terminal, and I would like just here change over here that we have the static fail file over in the home Cloudera as well. We would also insert that. So all the data which is being loaded, I would just recap it. Select start from static part. So all the data, as you can see here, is inserted. But अगर आप यहाँ पर देखो तो HDFS में हमारे पास जो static partitioning बना था Hive में, we have it in the user. यूजर में हमारे पास बहुत सारी यूजर है. जो हमारे पास हाइव वाला एक यूजर है, we would just click on it. यहाँ पर वेयर हाउस है. वेयर हाउस में हमारे पास जैसे कि हमने बनाया था डायनामिक पार्ट, नहीं बनाया था. We created static part table. Is it created? I can't see here. So we created in the demo database, I think. It is here, static part. So we can see here that static में हमारे पास जो टेबल था static part में fail एक partition बना है और pass वाला एक partition बना है. And in the fail, we have only fail database or fail file. And in the pass, we have only the data which is related to the pass students. All right. All right. For dynamic partitioning, you can refer to the document which is given in the description. And if there is any doubt, you would ask us in the group, or we can just arrange these sessions for you for your doubts. All right. So I would like to close the session for the same. And over to you, Suyog sir. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Vaishnavi ma'am. Now I will announce today's attendance code, and then we will share quiz. So the attendance code for today is HV27P. HV27P is the attendance code for today. And regarding quiz, let me announce yesterday's quiz winner. So yesterday's winner of the quiz is Prajakta Pawar. So we congratulate Prajakta Pawar for winning yesterday's quiz. Now we have shared the link for today's quiz, and you will also find the link for the quiz in the description of this video. Okay. So we have shared the link for quiz in the description as well as in the chat box. So I thank you all for joining today, and join us for tomorrow. Okay, so thank you everybody for joining. We will see you tomorrow.